Hi, my name is Kayleigh, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble your amp rack, and then I'm going to show you how to mount and wire your 4-channel amp and your subwoofer amp. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to assemble your amp rack. You're going to need these two pieces included in your kit along with your screws and locking nuts. Okay, so now that I have all my screws in place, I'm going to go ahead and flip my amp rack back over. I'm going to show you how you're going to want to set this piece up right here. You're going to sit like this on your amp rack because it's going to be at an angle under your truck with this curve pointing this way. To make it easier on myself, I'm going to go ahead and flip it back over, and you're going to lay it on the outside of the amp rack. We're going to go ahead and start by mounting our subwoofer amp. Included in your kit, you're going to have your bass knob power cable. You're going to have your bass knob, your hardware kit, and your RCA cable. Next, we're going to go ahead and mount our 4-channel amp. Included in this kit, you're just going to have your hardware kit and your RCA channels and your pigtails. I'm going to start off with my subwoofer amp. I'm going to set it on the side without this leg right here with my power terminals facing down. For this part, I'm going to need 2 sets of screws and my locking nut. I'm going to press your screw down right there, and you're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to come over here to my power terminals and do the same thing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my locking nut. I'm going to hold this end with my screwdriver. I'm going to tighten this, and with the teeth on that nut, it should tighten up. And do that on all 4. Go ahead and pull out my distribution block. I'm also going to want to pull out my kit that has my fuses and my zip ties and my Allen wrenches in them. We're going to go ahead and install our distribution block now. I'm going to go ahead and turn it around with these dual power terminals facing the bottom, just like my amplifier. Go ahead and squeeze this and remove it. And I'm going to take 2 of my screws and my locking nuts. I inserted both of my screws here. Now for this part, I'm going to go ahead and install my 4-channel amp. I'm going to set it up again with my power terminals pointing towards the bottom. Going to line it up. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up this last one, and now we are ready to move on to our wiring. Now I'm going to go ahead and undo all my wiring, and I'm going to grab my 8-gauge ground wire and my 8-gauge power wire. Now I'm going to go ahead and strip away my 8-gauge positive and my 8-gauge negative wires and then connect them. Now that I have the jacket stripped off of my wiring, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to loosen all of these terminals so I can put my wiring in. After I do these, I'm going to go ahead and come to my distribution block, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen these terminals as well. And now I'm going to take my positive wiring and find the 12-volt terminal and put it in there. I want to make sure there's no wiring showing. Then I'm going to go ahead and snug it up just a little bit to where it'll stay in place. And run it to my distribution. Now that I have all of my positive jumpers connected to my 12-volt terminal and my distribution block, I'm going to go ahead and wiggle them about 3 or 4 times and tighten them after each time I wiggle to make sure they're snug. For this next step, I'm going to go ahead and insert my ground wire. I'm going to find the terminal that says ground. Go ahead, tighten it back up to where it's decently snug and doesn't come out. Then I'm going to take this plastic piece that is in your hardware kit and you're going to pop it in right here. Grab your ground wire, run it underneath, and pull it through. I'm going to go ahead and wiggle these kind of in a circular motion like this, because if you notice, you can always tighten it more most of the time after you do that. And this is very, very important because it can create a major issue if they are too loose. So for this next step, I'm going to go ahead and grab my 30 amp fuse and my 60 amp fuse out of my hardware kit with the zip ties. And then in this step, I'm going to put my 30 amp fuse on this side and my 60 amp fuse on this side. I'm going to start out by loosening them so I can slide my fuses into place. And then taking my yellow 30 amp fuse, I'm going to go on the side with my 4-channel amp, slide that into place. Tighten it up nice and snug. And do my 60 amp on the other side. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn my Allen wrench horizontal just to give myself a little bit more leverage to make sure these are nice and tight, just not to the point where they're stripped. So far I've showed you how to assemble your amp rack, I've showed you how to mount and wire your 4-channel amp and your subwoofer amp. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to assemble them.